These days, there's a popular TV series called Big Bang Theory. It's quite popular. I'm sure some of you would have seen it. And you know from where the word Big Bang came. When children start studying about the formation of the world, they are told there was this big S that was formed originally and it exploded, and that's what's called the Big Bang. But could it have really happened? I'd like to look at some scientific facts. Now we know, as per science, nothing can come into formation in a vacuum. That's why it's called a vacuum. So the entire space was a vacuum. Now how did a dust particle suddenly appear there? It seems impossible. Okay, let's say it happened. Now if one dust particle appeared, millions more could have appeared also. But then we come across another scientific fact that Sir Isaac Newton told. That is, when there's an object, it will remain stationary unless acted upon by an outside force. Now in the universe, there's no wind. So how did one dust particle move from its place and joined with another? According to science, that could not have happened. And even if that happened, how could another particle and then another particle and then another particle join? Mathematical probabilities are impossible. So in the first place, it looks as if this S did not form at all, according to science. Right? And then also, as per science, inanimate matter cannot give birth to life or animated matter. From where did this life originate? Later on, the scientists said it came from outer space. They are right. Outer space, there is a living being. We'll come to that later. Right? And then, if it was in a planet or another galaxy, now the scientists say it came from another galaxy. When DNA was discovered and the Nobel Prize was given, the three people were asked by the journalists from which galaxy this life came. And I believe it was Crick who said if life came from another galaxy, it would not have survived. You know why? Even if the spacecraft was to travel at the speed of light, which is the fastest human beings know, it would have taken about 10,000 years for it to come from Andromeda, the closest galaxy. That means those people have to be beings who live for more than 10,000 years. They had to store food and water or whatever else they needed, as well as oxygen or air or whatever, to last 10,000 years. Or they had to manufacture that in the spacecraft. Otherwise, everything would have been finished by the time it reached Earth, which means life itself there. So, according to science, life could not have come from another galaxy. Neither could it have been formed on the planet Earth. Now, those are the scientific facts. I'm not telling you something new. And then they say, okay, out of lifeless matter, life came. And then where the evolution is concerned, first cell called amoeba, living cell. And then it multiplied. And they say, okay, then it evolved into other forms. Hey, what is the next form? We know Hydra is there, but much later. And then you know how much science has improved. They have taken the atom, divided it, which originally they said they can't, And then you know how much atomic energy is used today. Now, today there's greenhouse effect and various other formats to cause plants to grow and fruits to come. It's very easy with the scientific advancement we have today to have an enclosed place, various different temperatures and light and other things that scientists say contributed towards the formation of life as well as evolution. So why can't they making the necessary adjustments and using the facilities? Amoeba evolved into the next one because it never happened. Now, you know about DNA. According to science, DNA of one being does not metamorphosize to create or evolve another being. Simply put, the DNA of fish will never change and cause an amphibian animal like toad to come. So that is another impossibility according to science itself. And then they also say, intelligent wise, these various animals or creatures began to increase and improve. Now when it comes to vertebrae or vertebrata, right, we have the spinal column. So then, okay, you have the fish, and then you come to amphibians, then you come to reptiles, then you come to birds. Now you know birds make nests, and they make some beautiful nests, some of the birds. And the monkeys and the apes are in the highest class called mammals. If birds could make nests, and if they kept on improving intelligent wise, how come monkeys live on trees instead of at least making a small house like children do? That shows they never improved where intelligence is concerned. So you see, neither the Big Bang theory or no this theory called evolution seem to be true. In fact, Charles Darwin never presented it as a theory. He only said, assuming this to be so, this could be it. That's how he writes throughout his book. And therefore, all this seems to be just assumptions, never proven by scientific facts. Then what is the truth? That being who is out there, who is life itself, who gave life to creatures on this planet, moved upon the hearts and minds of people to reveal the truth, and it's recorded. It's recorded, and most people have heard of that book. It's called the Bible. And in the Bible, it is recorded in the beginning, God created all this. Now, if all this came into being on its own, today we should see some other being on this planet somewhere else. But we don't see them. And as someone said, right, if over a period of time, by chance, things happen, if you take all the little parts that is necessary to make a wristwatch, you put that in a box and you keep on shaking for a long period of time, maybe in a machine, then ultimately a beautiful watch should be made by itself, which does not happen. That is how ridiculous this idea of evolution and the Big Bang theory is. So my plea to you is, just don't believe everything that is being said. If you want, get hold of a Bible and start reading it. And you can tell if that intelligent being is out there, and if you are able to do so many things, why don't you reveal the truth to me? Leave it in his hands. if He is intelligent, if He is all powerful, and if He is the truth, then He should be able to reveal the truth to you. Don't believe anything just because people say so, or even majority of people say so. Start thinking and start seeking the truth, because that intelligent being came into this world as a human being to experience what you and I go through. And He said this: everyone who seeks will find. Also He said, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And then He went on to say that He is the way, He is the truth, He is the life. So ask Him to reveal the truth so that you will have abundant life that He came to give. My plea or my prayer or my wish, whatever way you may like to receive it, is that you will begin to seek the truth and come to know the real truth that will totally set you free from all falsehood. See you sometime later.